Okay, don't get mad, but I'm a little confused again. Um, Say you had a kid. I've never had a kid, but say you had a kid. If you wanted that kid to be successful in life, would you tell him every single day how hard life is going to be and how he's going to have to struggle every single day because, you know, there's so many people against him and they're all against him because of, well, like his skin color. So you wouldn't. Well, nobody would. But Democrats do that every single day, and I'm kind of confused as to why they would do that. Why is the constant mantra of Democrats, both black, white, and Hispanic, that racist white America hates you and you're going to have to struggle every day and yada yada yada? Why would anybody who wants anybody to succeed tell them that? Why would they inculcate into the social narrative that they're doomed? You know, it makes no sense at all. So I can't reconcile in my little Grateful Dead twisted brain that Democrats claim to care about blacks more than anybody, but on the other hand, out of the same mouth, they tell them every single day that they're basically doomed, and they beat them down into. Okay, this is a comparison, right? When I was a cab driver, there was a bunch of blacks that came from Nigeria, Somalia, Eritrea, all the Africa, and they came over, and most of them were dead broke when they got here, but they did have a pretty strong community. But within 6 months, they owned a cab. Most of them had nice apartments. A bunch of them had invested in things like convenience stores and everything. And, you know, it doesn't make sense that people that had come from similar backgrounds, because Africans probably had a lot worse, quote unquote, than American blacks, because slavery ended in America. Well, the civil rights era came about the same time as the end of colonialism in Africa. So you can't say that American blacks have a tougher legacy and history, because they, you know, had the same oppression of blacks in Africa during colonial rule. So how come American blacks are 13% of the population, but 28% of the people on welfare, and blacks that come here from Africa and the Caribbean and South America do real well? I think maybe it might be that one group has been told from day one that they're doomed and they'll never succeed, and they can try, but it's going to be a struggle, it's going to be so tough. And the other group was told, you know, if you go to the United States, you can make $1 million. You can make a good living. You can have a house. You can have a business. You can own 4 or 5 taxi cabs. You know, you can own a convenience store. And I'm not being stereotypical, but that's what a lot of people that come to the United States, those are the businesses that they invest in. So why are those people from a similar background and, you know, racially the same as, you know, blacks in America that are supposedly oppressed by the racist white majority, how come they're so successful and blacks in America aren't? And I think it's what the Democratic narrative towards blacks has been. Instead of telling blacks, at the end of the Civil Rights era, you know, when Republicans passed the Civil Rights Act in 1964, the narrative from Democrats should have been, you know, moving forward, you know, look at all the opportunities you have. You can be whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, you know. But that, and you would think they would tell them that if they wanted them to actually, you know, mainstream and become successful and independent after the passage of the Civil Rights Act and the Civil Rights era. And they haven't done that, and I can't figure it out. But, like I said, and the other thing I can't really figure out is, who decided that three of the most racist, rabidly anti-Semitic men in America were the quote-unquote leaders of the black community? Who said that Jesse Hymietown Jackson or Al Kill the Jews Sharpton or Louis Farrakhan were the leaders of the African American community in the United States? I think that was white Democrats who kind of started that whole deal, right? Or maybe one night, blacks had like a secret meeting and they all voted and said, yeah, we want to have three of the most racist, anti-Semitic losers in the world to speak for us. Why, if Democrats are so concerned about racist Republicans, why would they go and kiss Al Sharpton's ass every time they run for office? Why does Andrew Cuomo kiss his ass? Why did Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama kiss Al Sharpton's ass when he led demonstrations in Bensonhurst, New York, where they were chanting "Kill the Jews"?